Hello again. Welcome to our reflection for Tuesday of Holy Week. I'm going to begin by reading from Luke chapter 20, verses 1 to 8. As Jesus was teaching the people in the temple and preaching the gospel, the chief priests and the scribes with the elders came up and said to him, "Tell us by what authority you do these things, or who is it that gave you this authority?" He answered them, "I will also ask you a question. Now tell me, was the baptism of John from heaven or from man?" And they discussed it with one another, saying, "If we say from heaven, you'll say, 'Why did you not believe him?' But if we say from man, all the people will stone us to death, for they are convinced that John was a prophet." So they answered that they did not know where it came from. And Jesus said to them, "Neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things." Amen. So Jesus had arrived in Jerusalem to the cheers of the crowds on the Sunday, and then on the Monday, we heard about it yesterday, he caused a real rumpus by overturning the tables in the temple and declaring that the temple had become a den of robbers when it should be a house of prayer. Everything that had happened so far had put him on a collision course with the priests and the religious leaders. He was becoming a big problem, and they had to do something about him. So today they tried to catch Jesus out, to put a wedge between him and his disciples. And if they can manage that, well, maybe the problem will just disappear. The priests put Jesus to the test by engaging him in a theological debate, hoping to expose him and his supposedly God-given authority. He's just a simple carpenter from Nazareth. He's not an educated man, so they try and catch him out, poke holes in his knowledge. But Jesus, he won't be goaded. Their challenges they don't work. No matter how hard they try, they can't win. He's got an answer for everything. And actually, it's the priests who tie themselves in knots because they can't answer the questions put to them by Jesus. And as we think about what's going on here, we can't help but be affected by what's going on, I think, because we're involved. The only reason Jesus faced hostility and oppression essentially was because of us, because of you and me. It was because of us that his death became necessary. He was on the receiving end of this hostility, well, because of human sin. And the hymn says it better than I can. He died that we might be forgiven. He died to make us good, that we might go at last to heaven, saved by his precious blood. There was no other good enough to pay the price of sin. He only could unlock the gate of heaven and let us in. You see, you and I might not have been in there setting traps for Jesus and conspiring against him, but we have to take our share in the responsibility for his death. Now, I know that's a sobering thought on which to leave you today, but I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.